Through These Doors is sponsored by Shields.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
On the shores of the North Atlantic, the Brad Berry era for the University of North Dakota men's hockey team officially got underway. However, it wasn't quite the start UND had hoped. Lake Superior State jumped out to a quick lead. Berry called a timeout 6 minutes into the game, hoping to calm UND down. His message was received loud and clear, as UND stormed back with 5 unanswered goals to defeat the Lakers 5-2 to open the Icebreaker tournament. Rookie Shane Gersich, junior Keaton Thompson, and sophomore Austin Poganski all scored in the first 8 minutes of the second period to give UND a 3-2 lead after 40 minutes.
Jula, UND controls to Keaton Thompson. He shoots and scores! Keaton Thompson wired one from the top. Feet in front for Poganski, and Poganski scores! North Dakota, a 3-2 lead.
Bryn Chiswick put the final bow on the season opener with a pair of third-period goals. Goals were much tougher to come by the next night versus Maine. It was a game dominated by UND from start to finish. In fact, the Black Bears did not register their first shot on goal until just over 7 minutes remained in the first period. But Maine goaltender Rob McGovern, a freshman making his first collegiate start, sparkled in a 44-save performance that earned him tournament MVP honors. Freshman Chris Wilkie scored his first career collegiate goal at 1:32 of the second period.
So UND controlling, and Ledoux has it at the right point. Fired a shot, McGovern a save, shot and a rebound, goal by Wilkie! And the freshman has his first goal of the season.
Maine answered late in the second as Cam Brown buried a chance on the power play to tie the game at 1. The tie wasn't what UND wanted, but the team felt they played well enough to win.
Obviously, we have some room to improve. There was a lot of positives we took from the weekend. Obviously, a win and a tie. We were going in there hoping for 2 wins, but I think there's a lot of positives, and it's a good starting point for our season.
When Gage Ausmus was named captain of the UND hockey team, many were surprised that a junior was picked. His teammates were not.
He's just a really great guy. I mean, that's why I think we chose him as our leader this year. He's easily approachable. He's well-liked amongst the team. I don't know if there's anyone on the team that would ever dislike a guy like that.
When he speaks, people listen. He's always true to who he is, and people respect him for that.
He'll treat everyone the same, and he's there for everyone on the team, and he works just as hard as anyone else, and he's just a great guy for this team.
He's a vocal guy on the team. Everyone respects him, and everybody listens to him.
Gage is standing right over there, so I got to say some good things about him. But no, he's a great captain. He's obviously voted captain for a reason, especially as a junior. It's obviously he's the right guy, obviously.
Normally it's a senior that's a captain, but I think it bodes well for him as a person as far as who he is and what he does and on a daily basis on and off the ice. And that's what a captain does. He's usually one of your hardest workers and does the right thing on and off the ice all the time.
While Gage is known to have a fun personality off the ice, it's a little different when he steps on it.
He's an easygoing guy, but when it comes down to game time, he knows what it takes to win, and he'll preach that in the locker room. So, yeah, he's a fun guy, but he's also got the other side to him that you need as a good leader.
I think Gage is a calming influence on our team. He's a physical, big stay-at-home defenseman that speaks his mind all the time, and you're always going to get his best game.
He's got great leadership qualities. He's a great player on the ice, great person off the ice, and he's always poking fun at guys or having fun, but he knows when to be serious. He knows when to say the right things, and that's what makes him such a great leader.
He works hard. He's one of our hardest workers on our team, and it shows on the ice, and guys look up to him.
He's a guy that commands respect from his teammates, but also he's around his teammates all the time. He's one of the guys, and he prepares himself every day for practice and games, and I think he's just a guy that kind of endears himself with his teammates, and he makes everybody else better.
They call him Goose, even though most don't know where the nickname originated.
It was Ozzy, it was Goose. I was kind of answering to 3 different names there: Goose, Ozzy, Gage. And then the coaches started calling me Goose, and I think that was the turning point. So
we call him Goose. I'm not sure that's from his freshman year. We started calling him that. Kind of suits him, big ugly guy. So make sure you put that in there.
He got that one back in juniors. It used to be Mother Goose because he'd ramble stories off, and everyone would just be sitting there listening to him. So a couple of guys you just look like a Mother Goose sitting up there telling stories.
My Twitter profile name was Gage Ausmus 47. And this kid named Tyler Keller now plays at University of New Hampshire called me Goose Ausmus just randomly, and the whole team started calling me Goose, and then obviously Keaton came back here with me from that team and started calling me Goose, and the guys kind of stuck with that. So.
Growing up in the area, Ausmus always had a dream of playing for UND. His start as captain, though, did get off to a rocky start.
It's an unbelievable feeling just wearing that C. It's such an honor to be the leader of a team just like North Dakota here. And it's honestly, it's hard to explain, but at the start of the game, the captain always gives a speech around the net, and I kind of forgot what I was going to say there, and I kind of stumbled, and the guys were making fun of me.
We all gathered around. I was a little farther back in the back of the pile, and I heard him start off something about enduring a journey.
And then I kind of stumbled a little bit, and I forgot what else I was going to say. I think I looked up at Keaton Thompson, and he was smiling at me. So
his mouth kind of dropped a little bit, I just started laughing, and I looked at Paul and Luke right next to me, and they both started laughing. And then he just
kind of ended it there. So, but the next night I had a much better speech, so I was more prepared.
UND plays Bemidji State in a home-and-home series this week. On Friday, North Dakota travels to Bemidji. On Saturday, the Beavers return the favor at Ralph Engelstad Arena.
It's pretty fun playing their barn. Obviously, we get a lot of UND fans, and it's cool to see. And you know, same here. It's a lot of Bemidji fans here, and it's a pretty big rivalry, and I'm excited.
Coming in this weekend, home and home with Bemidji is obviously one of the toughest weekends of the year. You know, they play very hard, and we always have a great series with them. So it'll be a fun weekend. I'll be excited to see what we can do.
The matchup has become a fun rivalry for the players.
I mean, in my career here, those have been some of the toughest series we play against. They're a hard-nosed team. There's going to be a lot of checks out there. Both teams are going to need their ice bags after this series. So I think the young guys and all of us are looking forward to it. And for sure, it's going to be a battle both nights. It'll be a tough game.
Probably one of the toughest series of the year. They, you know, they're going to come hard, and they've always played in that way. And they're a tough team to play against, especially in their building Friday night. So we gotta prepare all week, and you know, the focus starts now.
Last year's loss to BSU provided a spark for the season. This year, UND knows it will need to be at its best from start to finish.
We got to outwork them, and again, that's a high bar because they work extremely hard as a team, and we just got to make sure we outwork them. Anytime we have to rely on our skill and we don't work, then that's not a recipe for success. We have to have our skill, but we have to make sure our bar of work ethic is higher than theirs.
One more down, they're missing a fullback. Tell Mary. What's he doing over there? Hey! Say it! Oh! Good coverage. What kind of throw is that? That's great coverage if anything.